Welcome to the Queen's Lair, a lifestyle podcast. Get inspired by our latest tips and information about small business, entrepreneurship, natural hair, travel, food, and even relationships. Stay tuned for another great episode. I am your host, Renee Patrice. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning into my podcast once again. This is just a quick commentary about cancel culture. I know that some of you guys have probably seen the stuff surrounding Macy Gray and her making her comments, basically her opinion about the trans community. And basically what she said, just an overview kind of, what she said was just because you had surgery does not automatically make you a woman. And it came off as insensitive, to the trans community, obviously. And anyone who is now a woman was anatomically born a man. You can understand. I'm sure anybody would be able to understand how that could be a hurtful statement. And, as she said, she's like, I'm sorry, but that's just how I feel. Yes, do we live in cancel culture? Absolutely. We are super, super sensitive to many different things that are said these days. There was a time where you could say the N-word on television. If anybody grew up in the 60s, 70s, even the 80s, the N-word was used freely on sitcom shows and, all that sort of stuff. And we weren't so easily offended, by certain things. But I understand that when you know better, you do better, and that certainly would not be something that I would want my children to hear, on television, even though I grew up with it on TV and it didn't shape me either way, but we know better now than to use those sort of terms. We know better. So, like I said, when you know better, you do better. I think this is a chance for open dialogue, because even though I realize that anyone who was born, any male, I should say, that was anatomically born male and has now transitioned to being a woman, whether they've had full surgery or not, but they are living and existing as a woman, is never going to have the same experiences as me, who grew up a little girl, who grew up as a teenage girl, and all of that. There are different experiences to be had. So that whole experience of womanhood, I don't think anyone who is trans, or manhood, anyone who is trans, will necessarily understand that. But from the standpoint of feeling like you're in the wrong body, just having listened to so many transgender people speak on this subject, it is incredible to hear their mindset and how they've just always felt that they were in the wrong body and hating themselves for it. By now, I think we all know that within the trans community, well, just the LGBT community, suicide rates are high, because it's a constant, I can only imagine, a constant struggle of who you are, your identity. It cannot be easy at all. So I say all that to say, we have to be a little bit more sensitive in the way that we speak about subject matters that we may not be well versed in. And that just doesn't have to do with LGBT issues, but just anything that you're not well versed in. Because we live in a society now where people are going to call you out when they feel like you're wrong. And they have every right. Listen, you have every right to have your opinion. And I've said it before. If you want to be racist, be racist. If you want to be an ageist, be an ageist. That's up to you. Okay? That is up to you, because I can choose to have you in my space or not have you in my space. That's also up to me. But I think that instead of circling around and going straight into the cancel culture bag, I think we have to start looking at how do we open up dialogue about this, because when everything is said and done, we are all human beings. And we are not mistakes. We are here and we exist together for a reason. And maybe this, comment that she made, as insensitive as it was, I think that maybe needed to happen for her to be open up to conversation and open up to learning more about the LGBT community, and for people to give her some insight, and give her a little bit of guidance on just the whole subject matter in general. Because it's nothing new. It's just things that we haven't talked about. And of course, with social media, and we have right now access to things, people are saying, the trans people are coming from out of nowhere. All the gay people, the trans people didn't come out from nowhere. The gay people been here. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all already know. They've been here. It's just that things are more visible now, and more open now. But this is nothing new. This is nothing new. People need to stop acting like this is all brand new. This is not brand new. Everybody deserves to have a voice, whether you agree with it or not. I have friends that I do not agree with probably half the things that they may feel, and they may not agree with me either, but they just may be good people and we just vibe, but there may be certain subjects that we just don't go down that road, and that's fine. That's the beauty of human beings from different walks of life and different parts of the world and all of that, but yeah, we've got to be a little bit more, we have to think a little more deeper than we have, and realize that people can be hurt. People can be hurt by it's not so much what you say, it's the delivery. I think that's more the thing. But like I said, I think this had to happen to open up this conversation, because I don't think that it's spoken about enough. But yeah, that's pretty much my commentary on that. The cancel culture thing, oh gosh. Yeah, there's some people that absolutely deserve to be dragged, Of course. There's always going to be those people that are just derogatory in nature, and they absolutely should have no platform. But, with having a platform for good also gives a platform to foolishness. So it's an interesting balance, to say the least. But I hope that she can learn from it. I hope that the trans community can be open as well to teaching, to giving her more knowledge on the subject matter, and we're all here to learn, we're all here we're human beings, that's the one thing we all share. We're all human beings, and we're here to educate each other, and I think if we got back to that more than we have in the past, we wouldn't have all this cancel culture business going on. But like I said, I hope she can learn from it. I hope the trans community can learn from this as well, and learn that there's more teaching out there to be done. There's more education that needs to be done. I'm sure it's tiring, but sometimes you have to take up the baton and run with it. And it's not always comfortable to talk about the things that you don't know a lot about, but those are the things that could truly expand your mind, the things that can truly open your heart to something different, that you never expected, and I feel like, especially within the LGBT community, there's such a high rate of suicide and self-loathing and loss of identity. These are our youth. These are adults as well, of course, but especially youth who are dealing with this, they definitely need more resources in these areas. So this opens up the door for more conversation, which I think in any situation is very helpful. So that's my commentary on this. I just wanted to say a few words about that. And, we're a friend to everybody here. We're never going to look at somebody and tell them that they shouldn't this or they shouldn't that. We're all human beings, and we need to treat each other with respect. Like, share, subscribe to this podcast. Share it with somebody who you think would benefit from it, because we talk about everything over here, right? And tag me on social media and let me know that you're listening, and I will shout you out in my stories at Onyx Queen Media. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye. Online savings simplified. Don't search for coupon codes ever again. With one click, Honey's smart shopping assistant will automatically apply discounts to your cart in seconds. Save on all your favorite things. Easily pay less for products you're already buying online. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Join Honey for free. It takes 2 clicks to add Honey to your Chrome, Safari, Firefox, or Opera browser. Find savings in seconds. While you shop, Honey will find working promo codes across the entire internet, and you save instantly. With one click, Honey will apply the best deals to your cart. It's that easy. So what are you waiting for? Get Honey. Download it today. Visit our link, www.tinyurl.com/ONYXHONEY. That's www.tinyurl.com/Onyx Honey. Start saving right now.